It actually did, ironically enough, because the one day that Wikipedia is down, like, I'm trying to research for this AP Hero project, and I can't find anything on Isaac Newton. So I don't know about the after effects, but I do know that it was successful on me, because it got me to sign an online petition for it. Before I was like, okay, whatever, they're gonna have an online piracy act, who cares?
It didn't, but I heard a lot about what happened with the whole Wikipedia blackout and a bunch of websites going on strike, and you know, going through my Facebook page, it was every other post was about how Sopa or Pipa is just really dumb and needs to be opposed or sign this petition or whatever. One group I know had had a status posted, but it was just a bunch of black boxes and had like 4 words that were still actually there, and it made you kind of think, okay, well, what all would be censored because of piracy issues? So it'd probably be quite a bit.
Well, it didn't really affect me that much because I didn't have much to look up besides pictures and things, but if I had like a project or research paper due, it probably would have affected me a lot because Wikipedia was down, and you know, that's the #1 source of all teenage resources for school and whatnot, so.
I heard about it, but it didn't really affect me personally.
Did you sign the Google petition?
I did not. I didn't know there was one.
Well, yes and no. I tried to use Wikipedia and it was down, but I managed to find a way to get to it anyway. It didn't affect me, but I feel like it was mostly the message sent when they said that they were going to put their websites down. That was important.
I think we wouldn't have a lot of the social networking sites that we have. YouTube wouldn't be there. Google would just be a mess. And then we wouldn't be able to get a lot of the free information that we have now about just everything. It would censor a lot of the freedom that we have, and it wouldn't be that good.
I think the internet will be a lot harder to use because you have to find stuff from the original source and not from somebody else who just happens to know it. Like all the Yahoo answers and a bunch of the Wikipedia stuff, which is pretty much be gone because they got that information from somebody else. And I think that there's a much better way. Like, I think we should worry about piracy, but I think we should go about worrying and trying to fix it on the internet in a much better way. And there's a much more efficient way to do this than just being able to, like, take something off the internet because someone reported it as it, like, has a piracy issue. So that's my opinion.
I think it'll change it for all bad ways, like you were saying, there's so many ways to get around piracy and all that nonsense so that you can still access this kind of things, and like, there'll be problems with Google, and like they might take away some of the Wikipedia stuff since that's piracy of other sources, and like it'll just generally, and like it'll take away a lot of stuff that YouTubers do, or just people posting things on the web. So I think it'll just sort of badly affect things.
Who are some YouTubers you think would be most affected by this?
Probably the ones who do music bits, like Glue Kennard and Jason Monday, Mika K, that kind of stuff.
Strawberry 17 too, probably.
Strawberry 17 would definitely be affected.
Tobuscus.
Well, I definitely think that it would change it completely. I mean, I think music sharing is, and that's I think what they're primarily trying to eliminate, but like Facebook, like all the websites that we use on a regular basis and the things that we use them for would be greatly changed for the worse, I think. Well, I guess my arguments against it is the fact that, you know, we're spreading the word. Like if I hear a really good song and I'm like, oh my gosh, you have to listen to this, and all of a sudden, you know, like she's, you know, my friend who I posted on the wall of is like, oh, you know, you have to listen to this too, and then you go and you buy it, and I mean, I think that a lot of artists get their publicity through word of mouth, and I think that word of mouth today is primarily through the internet. I think it's pretty much impossible to avoid, and I think that a lot of people just take it way too seriously.
I think it would affect the internet, like, in some ways, it would just do simple things like ending, like, popular websites like Groove Shark, where we couldn't stream music live anymore without paying for it. But in other ways, it would affect people on, like, a daily basis, because you couldn't post copyrighted song lyrics as, like, your Facebook status. And I think the repercussions could be very small, or they could be very big, depending on how strictly the government would, like, enforce these laws. But I feel like either way, it will bring in major change.
I think at this point I oppose.
I definitely oppose it, and after doing some research on it, I decided that I should sign the petition, and I did.
I'd have to say I oppose it, mostly because it would change the internet as we know it, and we can't just start over with something like the internet and take away all these websites that we've built over the years.
Now, a second ago, you said that you supported it.
Yes, I know, but I can't say a revolution.
Well, say it. Like, just tell me how you mean revolution. Are we talking Occupy, rioting the streets type of revolution, or are we talking ultimate change?
I want to see America really angry about something, and if the bill were to pass with the current opposition it has, it would prove that the Senate and the House are not truly doing their job. They aren't representing the people, and that would prove to America's people that maybe our government isn't doing their job, and it could bring in a new form of government or some changes to make it better representative to the American people. On some points I support it, on some points I don't. If I were in charge, this bill wouldn't have got brought up in the first place. Because they're just... You could be sent to jail for 5 years for posting, can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars as your Facebook status? Would you like to go to jail for 5 years for that?
For 10 words, no way.
Exactly.
Now walk away.